Good morning. It's G Butterfly, and I'm coming to you live from the parking lot like I always do. As you can see, it's still dark because it's a little early. I'm here at work this morning. I have some things I need to do. But you know, I'm always scrolling through TikTok, and I saw a quick little short on TikTok, and it was a lady. She was asking if she was wrong for what she did or her and her husband did to her in-laws. Well, she said that since she and her husband have been married and have had a family, that they have a rule that no one can come to their house without calling first and getting approval to go ahead and come over. Well, she was at home. She was taking care of some things, and her husband was at work, and her in-laws knocked on the door. So when she knew it was the in-law, she said she hurried up and called her husband and asked, hey, did your parents call you to let you know that they were coming over? And he was like, no one has called me. So she said she opened the door and she didn't let them in. I'm assuming she talked to them on the front porch. Well, they said that they were there. They wanted to see their granddaughter. And they had drove an hour to see the granddaughter. She said, well, did y'all call first? She said she started checking her phone to see if maybe she missed a message or something. They said, no, we didn't call. We just decided to come. We want to see our granddaughter. She said, oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm just going to call a little girl Lexi. Lexi is over my parents' house because we're getting ready to close on a house. She's going to be there for a week because we're going to call her husband, John. Me and John have some things we need to do to get everything prepared for the closing because we have that going on this week. So she's not here. So she said that the mother-in-law got upset. The father-in-law got upset because she told them that they couldn't come in. She had things that she was doing. They should have called first to get permission to come over and visit. She said when she tried to close the door, her mother-in-law stuck her foot in the door and said that she felt like they should be able to come in and sit and visit a while because they had already drove an hour. And she said no. Well, by that time, the husband is arriving home. And the husband talks to the parents and say, hey, y'all didn't call. Y'all know we have a rule here at our house. You don't just pop up at our house. You call first. And then, we make arrangements for a visit time and so on and so forth. Well, the parents were still upset. The father was even upset because they didn't let him in. And the son told them, we have a no trespassing sign in our front yard. Clearly, right now, you're trespassing. We need you to leave. I don't want to have to call the police. I say, well, goddamn. Why he called the police and the police came for his parents. So the lady called, her question was she wrong because they didn't let the parents come in, and they called the police on the parents because they were, in essence, trespassing at this point because they had been asked to leave. So what do you think? Do you think the wife and husband was wrong for not allowing his parents to come in? Do you think the parents should have followed their rules and called first before they made an hour-long drive? That's like driving from Houston to Galveston and just popping up, or driving, just from Houston to the other side of Houston to go see somebody without calling, without getting permission, or at least just checking to see if they were home. The wife says she didn't think it was an issue because the mother-in-law says she didn't feel like it was an issue, that they should let her in because the wife was actually at home. So what was the big deal? Well, the big deal was, hey, we got a rule, so you got to follow it. And that's what the husband and wife were trying to get the in-laws to see. Now, she said that this is not just for his parents. It's for both sets of parents, that they cannot just pop up over their house. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think they should have went ahead and let them in because they had already driven an hour? Although they say the reason for them coming was they wanted to see their granddaughter, but she wasn't there. Now, not knowing what the relationship is between both sets of in-laws, I can only assume, let's assume that the other set of in-laws live in the same town. Wouldn't it have been easier if the relationship has already been established, that they say, oh, she's over at Diane's house. Let me call Diane to see if it's okay for me to come over and see little Lexi. You would think that would be just the easiest remedy to this situation. But no, they wanted to stay and pretty much bogart their way in and risk going to jail for trespassing. So tell me, what do you think should have happened in this case? Do you think that they should have called the police on the parents? Do you think the parents should have been upset? And what are your thoughts on people having rules about calling first before you just pop over? I know some people have that rule, some people don't. I guess it's just one of those things. It depends what's going on and how people feel about people coming into their personal living space. So this is G Butterfly coming to you live from the parking lot. But let me know, what are your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.